So you eat, right? You're eating your food. The food goes into your small intestine. Your carbs get converted into glucose molecules, and they enter your bloodstream. The moment this glucose enters your bloodstream, your pancreas says, hey, I see glucose in the bloodstream. I need to release some insulin. Okay. So the pancreas releases insulin. The blue dots that you see in there. The red is the glucose and the blue is the insulin. The moment insulin enters, okay, it has a single minded job. It has to take as much of the glucose out of the bloodstream and put it to work. Because the whole point of eating food is to give you energy to your body to do work. Your body has these trillion cells. They all require energy. They require fuel. And that glucose goes to feed all these trillion cells. Okay. So the cells are happy. Now they are like, hey, we are generating energy. We can, move things around. We can exercise. We can do all the things your body needs the cells to do. Great. But typically we end up eating a lot more glucose than our cells need. So there is some extra left. And so what does the body do with that extra glucose that's still floating around in the bloodstream? It sends it to the liver and says, hey, liver, you have some storage. Why don't you store some of this glucose? I might need it later. So the liver takes some of that, the insulin pushes some of that glucose into the liver and says, please store it. But the liver has limited capacity. It can't store everything. So whatever it can store, it stores. It also, the liver, the certain amount of the glucose also goes into your muscles. We have a decent amount of muscle mass in our body, and they also serve as storage. Okay, so it's limited, but there is certain amount of storage. So the muscles also take up some of the glucose. But we typically still have extra glucose floating around because we tend to eat more than we need, usually. Okay. So now what to do with this extra glucose? There is still some amount left. And now we have two choices of what to do with the extra, because the cells that needed it got it. There is no more place in the cells. The liver had limited storage, it got it. The muscles have limited storage, those are full. Now what? Choice number one, we can go for a post-meal walk. Okay? And the post-meal walk, you're walking, which means your body requires energy. It's using up what it already has and it needs more. So it will pull from the bloodstream whatever glucose was there. So now there's very little glucose left in the bloodstream. Okay. So your walk took out glucose from the bloodstream.